Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Alex Avila with Love University, and we're back. I'm an author, psychologist, and speaker. And every week we talk about how to love yourself, others, and a higher nature, how to improve your finances, career, health, relationships, and spirituality. And today we continue in our Invincible You series, Discover Your Inner Power and Achieve Your Heart's Desires. And today we pick up on part 2 of the series we began, Reversal. Do the opposite of what you've been doing so you can receive the opposite of what you've been getting. One of the big aspects of reversal is getting your time back. If you think about it, you will recognize that many people in modern society are time misers. They rush around trying to do more in less time, always complaining about their lack of time and how busy they are. Here's a secret to reversing the game on time. To get more time in your life, give more of your time to others. Linger with a friend over a cup of coffee as you listen to their stories. Help out at a homeless shelter or support hotline. Spend more time with family or friends in nature outings. Or just hang around the house playing games and laughing. It's an interesting paradox. Your time grows when you give it away by doing things you love with people you care about. When you do this, you enjoy life more and you are more relaxed and unhurried. You're like a small child who feels they have plenty of time. Time goes by slowly. With this mindset, you can start to recapture that expansive and relaxed feeling of having abundant time. Sitting outside, enjoying the day, having nothing particularly important to do except having fun in the moment. Another important part of the reversal principle is called reverse giving. Give what you want most. This could be time, money, or energy. Although it may sound intuitively appealing, it is often difficult for some people to practice. Many individuals are focused on receiving money, love, approval, and material success. If they don't get what they want, they get frustrated and irritable. They're always gloomy, asking why the world gives to everyone else but not to me. And then there are those people who are focused on giving, but they do so because they want something in return, praise, or to make a good impression on others. They proclaim loudly, "Look at how much of a giver I am. Look at me." They mistakenly believe they are somehow better or nobler if they give to public causes. But in reality, they only give to improve their image or receive accolades from others. Finally, there are those people who are reverse givers. They give for the sake of giving. It is natural for them. They give from the plentifulness of their heart because they are givers. That's who they are. As a result, they feel lighter, happier, and more loving. Their internal nature, love, has manifested itself outwardly in the form of external gifts to others, whether it's the gift of friendship, listening, financial support, or practical help. Although they're not focused on getting something back from their giving, the truth is that they often receive an abundance from other people and the world because their good energy is usually returned in equal measure. Here are some ways to practice reverse giving. Have a generosity week. During the next 7 days, focus on giving fully of yourself to others. Not just money, but time, energy, advice, love, attention, and that rare special gift, listening with a full heart, paying attention to what someone says without judgment. Many times we don't listen fully to others. We're too busy thinking about what we're going to say to them. To listen fully and empathetically is a great gift that costs you little, but can enhance the lives of the people you listen to. They feel appreciated and understood because you listen without judgment. When you practice giving outwardly to your loved ones, and even strangers, visualize your positive energy going out to shine on them. Visualize it expanding outwardly with a ray of loving light that goes to the people you're directing your generosity toward. With this new approach, you notice that your previous feelings of frustration, regret, and anger will vanish. In their place, you experience feelings of newfound joy, peace, and satisfaction. Another fascinating example of reverse giving is to have a reverse birthday. Now, on your birthday, you may expect to receive gifts from family and friends, but in this reversal, you do something entirely different. Instead of receiving gifts, you give them to your friends and loved ones. And I've done this several times, and it really is a beautiful experience because it helps you appreciate your friends and family even more when you give to them on days that you don't expect to. Depending on your budget, you can buy them drinks or food, give them small gifts, or do low-key things like making them a homemade card or meal, or helping them with a practical matter or project, like helping them organize their home. When you have a reverse birthday like this, you receive the greatest gift of all, the feeling of gratitude for all of the love and friendship you have received from those closest to you. Reverse giving is a special practice. Although it may sound odd at first, it offers great power to change your way of thinking. Reverse giving works by banishing your self-centered need to receive. It expands your mind by giving love and goodwill while receiving feelings of gratitude and love as a result of your giving. When you want to receive something from others, whether it's material benefits, attention, or love, you're often afraid that you won't get what you want exactly the way you want it. So you live in anxiety and worry. On the other hand, when you give with true generosity, there is no fear. You win regardless of whether someone accepts your gift or not. Your job is simply to give, and that is all. As you extend your loving energy outward, you replenish your inner store of power and love. It is a law of nature. What goes out must also come in. When you give love, you receive the same return. Another powerful reversal is to be grateful for the bad as well as the good. Although few people want pain or bad things in their life, once they do come, you can change the way you feel about them. You can start to see the good lesson in the pain, the new strength you can generate from the suffering. It's like what happens when someone close to you dies. At first, you feel the pain of the loss. You grieve, you cry, you feel anguish and despair. But then you start to realize there are lessons to be learned from what happened. Aside from celebrating the life of your loved one and seeing how their good qualities live on, you can also take valuable lessons from their departure. Perhaps you get into better physical and mental shape because you realize life is short and fragile. Or you pay more attention to pursuing your dreams instead of waiting for later. If you die, later may never come. And you won't take life for granted as much. You realize how valuable time is. You will spend your time doing the things that are important in your life, helping others and spending quality time with the people you love and telling them that you love them. With this new awareness of the beauty of life, you do everything with more joy and gratefulness. You fully cherish each moment you have with the people you care about. Another impactful reversal is to be invincible. First, rid yourself of what is not invincible. This means that you will eliminate everything within yourself that is self-defeating. Think of it like this. Getting rid of the weeds is an important step toward growing beautiful flowers. Once you cut out your self-defeating thoughts, you can replace them with invincible thoughts, positive ideas of joy, success, and contribution. Here are some common self-defeating mindsets you need to eliminate to free your invincible mind, the part of you that is incapable of being defeated. Number one, the need for perfection. When you have a perfectionistic mindset, you do a disservice to yourself because you put yourself in a position of true weakness. You become so fixated on not making a mistake that you become distracted and inflexible. You leave yourself vulnerable to making the mistake you dreaded. Start by deciding that you will do things at least 90% perfect, not 100% or 110%, but 90%. You can start with an even lower number, perhaps 80%. You will do something well enough while realizing that your goal is to complete the task and move on to the next one. Paradoxically, when you lower your need for perfection while still maintaining good standards, you will find that you can perform even better because you have removed the tension and pressure of trying to be perfect. Another self-defeating thought that you need to reverse is the belief that you are your thoughts. Here is an interesting reversal. You are not your thoughts. What this means is that a negative thought can come through your mind, but you don't need to be that negative thought. You can simply see it as a momentary flash that passes through your mind, but has nothing to do with the essential you, the higher invincible you. Your true identity as a strong and loving human being can be separate from any thoughts that momentarily pass through your mind. You don't have to suffer from attacking thoughts that compel you to act in a self-defeating manner. You can be mentally free at any moment when you realize that negative thoughts may temporarily enter your mind, but they have nothing to do with the real you. Things would be much different on earth and in our individual lives if we would realize that we are something higher, cleaner, and more pure than our negative thoughts. You are a free person who doesn't need to be compelled to suffer from fear, sadness, regret, or futility. Once you label the negative entities as self-defeating thoughts, let them pass through your mind without paying attention. You realize they are just momentary intruders. They have nothing to do with the real, invincible you. And finally, here's another self-defeating thought you need to vanquish. The belief that you are what you think you must obtain. This is another fallacy. You're not the sum of the things you want. If your mind tells you that you must have power, money, security, relationships, approval, or material things to be happy, it doesn't mean you're something if you get these things, and it doesn't mean you're nothing if you don't. Of course, you may want things, people, or circumstances to turn out in your favor, but your identity and essential nature don't need to be harmed if you're not able to obtain exactly what you're looking for. Just as your thoughts don't need to define you, what you want in life also doesn't need to define you. If you let outward things assert their control over you, then you will suffer if you don't get what you want in exactly the way you want it, or if you later lose it once you obtain it. A better way to live is to decide that you may want something to happen in your life, but you will be perfectly fine if you don't get it in exactly the way you wanted it. You realize you're still a valuable human being, even if you don't gain the exact amount of money you were looking for, if you don't win the heart of that particular lover, if you don't have the social approval of everyone you want it from. Although these things may bring you pleasure and satisfaction, you also know that your essential, invincible nature, your true soul essence, resides at a loftier place that is above temporary advantages or benefits. You might not realize it at the time, but reality, God or nature, will bring you exactly what you need when you need it. At first, you may be disappointed that you didn't receive the raise you were expecting, that your relationship didn't work out the way you wanted it to, that the business didn't make the money you thought it would. Yet when your invincible mind is guiding you, you also recognize that there is something much greater in store for you. Better relationships and career opportunities, greater business ventures and personal successes. All you have to do is place yourself on the side of your own invincibility, the mindset that you will triumph no matter what. So, Love University students, today we talked about a very powerful concept, the art of reversal. How to stop doing the things that hold you back and instead do the opposite. Things that fulfill you, that move you forward, that help you achieve your love, your dreams, and your happiness. These include giving more time to others so you can have more time back. Reverse giving, giving to other people so you will have the pleasure, gratitude of being able to give. Being grateful for the good as well as the bad, and ridding yourself of what is not invincible, self-defeating thoughts that hold you back. When you do these things, you begin to reach the top of your invincible potential, your ability to thrive, to help, and to love. And one more thing, to maximize your invincibility, make sure you pick up a copy of Invincible You, the book, on Amazon.com. So Love University students, go out this week, live with self-acceptance, love yourself, love others, and love the higher nature. And by the way, follow me on Instagram at Dr. Alex Avila, that's DrAlexAvila, and also follow me on the social media links below. And now the moment has arrived. Put away your notebooks, your iPads, your phones. Love University, class is now dismissed. This is Dr. Alex Avila.